So one thing I feel like in my perspective here with today's episode, one of the things that just came to my mind, one of the aspect is that, okay, well, doesn't matter if you know or don't know about where you want to be, but I think one of the thing that's true is that you should always become better than before. Not in the sense of self-improvement, do all these things just to get, but I think that in general, it doesn't matter what you're doing, whether that's meditation or whatever, I think the state of the human condition is really part of it is that you need to constantly to be on, you cannot stagnate. You should not take stagnation as a thing as fine. It's not
this
fine.
Before as well.
It's not,
because essentially you're either progressing or regressing.
Yes.
I've heard that in my meditation teacher actually told me that. He literally said that in spiritual practice, that's the reality. You're either progressing or you're regressing. And it is a sobering thought, because it's I agree, it's true.
Yeah.
Because you're either doing the thing or you're not doing the thing.
Right.
And when you're not doing the thing, it's kind of like with fitness, it's a perfect analogy. If you're not working on your fitness, your body is going to shit.
Yeah.
That's
it's
just
constantly
the fact.
on the move. You just got to be constantly on the move. Doesn't
You have
matter
to
what.
maintain it. It's like a maintenance thing.
So, yeah, this is kind of really answers the question. It's sort of like, it doesn't matter what specific goal or whatever. As long as you're doing something more than you did yesterday, doing better than you were yesterday. That's the goal.
I think it's kind of like a focusing thing. It's a thing that makes your life into meditation, because it creates a focus around which you can center. Yeah, what it is, it goes back to like you have to pick and define what it is. But I do agree. It comes in phases. Like I've even heard that the high achievers, they still go through that, right? They go through, this is what a midlife crisis is.
Right.
Because especially people who are overachievers, who have been gunning after it for decades, and then suddenly midlife crisis happens, and they realize that they have not been doing what they actually want to do or would want to do or what they enjoy. It strikes them. So that means that they literally have been doing all this effort unconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
But how is that possible? Surely you've been there every step of the way. Apparently that's not the case.
So that's the
crazy.
Illusory nature of what you want, because sometimes you think you want certain thing, but
exactly, it means it's not as simple as that. You have to really inspect it and really remember it, and you have to make it into a practice, essentially. Kind of comes back, like I mean with me it comes back to the practice, the fact that you have to inspect these things on a recurring basis. And because it can be that your goals become outdated, right? It's true that sometimes like the goal changes, and sometimes they change quite fast. This part is also interesting to think about, because how do you know when it's time to change the goal, or how do you know when you're just giving up? It's a very fine balance as well.
But that's the part of where conversation is so important, because to me, my biggest takeaway is that I realize I have a problem. I have an apathy problem, right? To me. Right.
Only according to your own
judgment. Only according to
right.
me.
You have to just think it for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. I have a problem according to me, right? But I picked that up. So that's my problem, not anybody else's. And according to somebody, might not even be a problem. But for me, I feel like it's a problem.